Yes, guys, Jim Rapat back in the house with our third topic. And this is...
no stranger to the GRP.
Yeah, Ezra Miller, as we like to call him, the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
So, he is said to have a messiah complex and wants to lead an indigenous revolution.
What?
Yeah, so this is to do with, you know, the whole thing about him grooming that girl that he ended up kidnapping.
Yeah.
The Native American girl.
Right.
So that's where the Indigenous revolution comes from. Yeah. Anyway, so this comes to us via IndieWire, but they weren't the source for this. They're reporting on a story that was done by Vanity Fair, which is, we know, a very credible.
Vanity Fair.
Yeah. So it says, a source also said that Miller believes their union with Toccata Iron Eyes, which was the girl that in question, whom they have been accused of grooming, is supposed to bring about the apocalypse. Yeah. Ezra Miller is taking Facebook's metaverse and DC's multiverse quite seriously, per a new report. Vanity Fair published an investigative piece chronicling the Flash star's ongoing arrests and recent apologies citing mental health concerns. Per Vanity Fair, Miller, who identifies as non-binary and uses they/them pronouns, has been struggling with various mental health issues for more than 2 years since the 2009 divorce of his parents and the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. Miller has been arrested for disorderly conduct and harassment and then second-degree assault and received a felony charge for burglary in August. And he's still walking street. The perks of being a Wallflower alum also has been at the center of child endangerment accusations, including allegations of grooming teenagers starting at age 12, which we did the story on a while back. Miller issued a public apology in August 2022, stating that they are pursuing treatment. A source in a new Vanity Fair report claimed that Miller believes himself to be a Christ-like figure fated to wed 18-year-old environmental activist Toccata Iron Eyes, whose parents requested a court-issued protective order against Miller, stating in court documents that the actor met Toccata 6 years ago when she was 12 and he was 23. Ezra is Jesus and Toccata's an apocalyptic Native American spider goddess. And their union is supposed to bring about the apocalypse, a source for Miller's compound in Vermont, dubbed the Mountain, told the outlet. Man's trying to run a cult out here, man. It's the next Charles Manson. And that's the real reason everyone is so opposed to them being together. So that's an insider.
Yeah.
I'm just going to read a little bit and then that's it because it goes on way too long. Iron Eye's mother, Jumping Eagle, that's a proper Native American name.
Jumping Eagle.
Added,
Whoa. They
say they are some kind of messiah and they are going to lead an indigenous revolution. So yeah, listen, you guys can check IndieWire for this or go to the original Vanity Fair article because it's too, I mean, look, I'm showing my man, it's way too much.
All right, so you can put a link to that article.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Yeah,
we'll put a link to the article in IndieWire, and then you can use that to follow up on the Vanity Fair one yourself. Bro, what do you think?
I don't know what to think now. I'm done with Ezra. Like I'm tired of it. Like, you know, people sometimes just can't deal with the fame. Like he just can't deal with it. He's obviously having some sort of episode. You know, meeting somebody at 12. Like it's just
and grooming.
It's,
which will feature in our next topic, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it's just
sick. And I know what a lot of people are going to say. And listen, we're no strangers to mental health issues, and we are not saying that is not something that should be taken into consideration. However, and my man knows this better than me because he's worked in the field, just because you have a mental health issue does not mean, it very, very rarely means you don't know right from wrong. Am I lying?
Yeah, and you've got no accountability.
Right. So, with that being said, yes, I empathize with Ezra Miller's plight and his mental health issues, but the fact remains is that he knows right from wrong. And everyone around him knows that he knows right from wrong. Hence why an insider in his compound, which is what Charles Manson used to call his one, is spilling the beans. I mean, it's worse than what we thought. A spider goddess. Like, what the hell?
A spider goddess. I'm baffed.
And now you see why the parents are taking out a protective order against him.
And I would do the same.
But
because he's not well.
He's not. But then, you know, as we said per the other video we made about this, they are somewhat to blame.
Everyone's somewhat to blame. And that's even the company.
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, are you vetting these people?
Yeah.
And is there follow-up care? Or, you know, like...
And there's no consequences.
There's no consequences. But when somebody is being thrust into the public eye as well, like, you know, there's been no consequences.
Remember, how many things has he done?
Yeah.
And we're talking about felonies. Remember, in America, there's misdemeanors, which are lesser crimes, and then there's felonies, which is the big crimes.
Right. Is he been charged with anything?
Apparently so. But he's gotten off, apparently, which happens when you have money.
Yeah, money
talks,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
It does.
Unfortunately. But it's like what we said in previous videos about Ezra. Are they going to wait for him to kill someone?
Well, where does it go? Yeah. How long does it take?
Do you know what I mean?
All the warning signs are there, but no one's adhering to the warnings.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, like, where's the family intervention? What is going on?
Do you know what I mean?
What is going on? So my son's in there with a child, or... I need to get involved, I'm afraid.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And listen, we are not... They talk about his parents divorcing. You're a grown man. Like, you're 23 years old. We've had worse crap happen to us that we could be using as excuses.
There's no excuse.
But there's no excuse.
You know what? Sometimes, I've always said to you, Lau, no one cares about our sub-story.
No one cares about our sub-story.
It's about what you do.
Right. You just got to get on with it. That's life.
Yeah.
That's life.
Talk to someone, therapy, I'm all for it. Like,
yeah, 100%. Get the help you need.
Get the help you need. Get your support networks around you.
But crack on same way.
But, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because my parents divorced in 2009. How old is he?
He's 23 now. He's 23 now.
Kids are watching divorces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 their whole life.
I hate harping on this because I don't like putting my personal business about it. But you know about this. I've said it before. I was molested as a child. You don't see me making noise about, oh, this is this and that, and that's a lot worse than what Ezra's had to go through.
Because of this, because of that.
But you don't hear me. I have to get on with life.
Life goes on.
Life goes on, and you have to deal with it.
You work through your issues, and then you crack on.
And you crack on.
You can't, yeah.
And I get, yes, everyone's not the same, but regardless, do you know what I mean? That doesn't give him the excuse to do the nonsense that he's been doing.
Yeah, and this Messiah complex.
Yeah, man. So obviously he's trying to do a Charles Manson II kind of thing here, you know. And are they going to let it get to that kind of point where murder's going to happen before anything's done? And then we're all talking about, oh, this should have been done, that should have been done. You know what I mean? Well, someone's lives have been taken. It's just, it's getting too ridiculous, man. And you know, on another subject, we've talked about this already, but how does this affect the Flash? You cannot put this man on a promotional tour.
No.
And it's quite clear that he's not going to be the Flash anymore. That is, we know that for a fact.
It's fair to say.
It's fair to say that, right? But obviously, he's used he's had that apology and he's getting treatment. So we hear, so that can now actually happen. So you can, but it will be a detriment to the film and everyone else who was involved in that film if he goes on a press tour.
Yeah.
Because how do you know if as my man said, if he can even handle a press tour?
Has he got the capability?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. He can't seem to handle himself in the normal world.
How
are you gonna handle press tours, the pressure, up early, late, you know, traveling all over, answering the same questions, blah, blah, blah.
Thank you. Thank you. And we're talking about weeks, if not months of this.
Yeah.
You know?
So...
You know, so listen, fame and money, some people can handle, some people can't. It's as simple as that.
And a touch of mental health
And
help.
it
doesn't help.
It doesn't help, man. If you haven't got a hold of your mental health,
find help or just be aware. Be very aware of what you're doing.
And again, this is where me, Leon, and Damien have always said, have good people around. Because I'll tell you this now, if Big Me was doing that kind of shit, yes, my man here would not be afraid to get a few people, lock me up and gone. Get me the help that I need.
Yeah, we're gonna have to chain him up.
You know what I mean?
Send the boys out.
Bro, that's how it has to be.
Where's his tough love? There's no love.
Yeah,
it seems like nobody loves him enough
to do
anything.
Seems like it. You know
I'm
what
not
I mean?
hearing anything.
Because that's the mark of showing love. Like you don't just let man do what they're doing because maybe they're giving you a little change.
Yeah.
You just get them sorted out. You know what I mean? So, is there any more you want to say on this?
Nah, we could be here all night.
Yeah, for real, man. But listen, what do you guys think about this article and the insider from his compound spilling the beans? Does it surprise you? Does it not? Leave some comments down below and let us know what you think. And if you want us to reply to your comment, please leave us a super thanks. And we'll get back to you and do a video dedicated to you as well.